Dun, dun, dun. Hello, beautiful people. It is me, Robin by Carpenter Briscoe, your favorite spiritual life coach, and I am thrilled to be here with you today. And for what? Day 16 of the magic and the crystals. Yes, we are here. It is day 16. We're only slightly off from the calendar date because of ice storms and electricity issues and of course connectivity. We know that connectivity is vital, and so we have to take our time. Sometimes we are given opportunities to slow down. Slow down, you move too fast. You gotta make the moment last. That happens, right? We start moving too quickly, and then generally nature in some way, shape, or form, either outside, the natural world or our own body slows us down. Yes, this happens to me. I know, particularly when I was flying to events all over the country on the regularly. I was flying every month for sure, and some parts of the year it was like every other week I was going somewhere. So to attend events, cover events for my media platform, all those kinds of things. So generally what would happen is right about Halloween, I would get sick. I would slide right into a disharmony and dis-ease in my body because I was really good at the beginning of the year to take care. I was always really good at the beginning of event season and whatnot to take care of myself. Coconut water and doing all the things and whatnot and so forth. But then usually by end of summer, like when the fall, events started going again, I was just like running toward the finish line, which of course isn't the end of October. It's beginning of December. So right in the middle, I would get sick, and I would just be like, no, not yet, no. But so that's when you always have gratitude for those moments when you are well. Which leads us to today's topic. See how I did that? Magic and miracles in health. Now, don't start already about the word miracles. Miracles are not contrary to nature, but only contrary to what we know about nature. And that's St. Augustine or St. Augustine, depending on who you are, where you live, and how you say things. So that statement right there is saying that miracles are absolutely things that happen every day. Just because you don't recognize it as such, or just because you never heard of it, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It's just contrary to what you know. Second topic. Second, reading. Does it matter whether someone uses stones as a way to focus their resources? No. What matters is that it's working. Even if you don't understand or agree on how it's working, you'll eventually agree that it's working. So, yep. just because you don't know why or how something works doesn't mean it's not working or that it's not possible for it to work. So I liked this chapter because it's about having gratitude for all of your health. First, you have gratitude for your past health, right? You have gratitude for the health that you've had in the past, all the days of breathing well and your youth and running around and being able to, climb trees and swim and do whatever it is that you did previous to this moment. That was a gift to be grateful for. If you were, say, a sickly child, right, then you really can focus on the moments when you didn't feel ill and where you could get outside and you could move and you could breathe and you could do the things. Yes? Those days are even more precious than someone who had a pretty healthy child. I had a relatively mostly healthy childhood. I would get sick every once in a while, but mostly I didn't notice it because mostly it was healthy. So someone who had, say, the opposite experience, the days when they were healthy, the days when they could breathe, the days when it was like fun and they could laugh and there was nothing that they had to worry about, those are the days that are the most precious. And if we follow Tiny Tim as our example, it doesn't matter what your affliction is, you can always find something to be grateful for. Yes. So, past, yes, then present. Now, this is where I feel like things can get a little weird, right? Because right now, in this moment we are living in right now, it's a pandemic, right? Yes, vaccines are happening, and yes, there have been some lowering of cases, new cases, or severe cases, or whatever. There's things that are making people feel hopeful. There are also people saying, remain vigilant. You still have to do the things that are preventing the transmission while we're still working on stuff, right? So every day we get to have breath is this amazing gift that we have to remember we have every day. At the same time, you may have experienced someone directly relational to you that doesn't have this gift anymore, is not breathing any longer. And it is because of the pandemic that happened. Either directly because COVID is what happened, or indirectly in that the COVID triggered something else, which eventually stopped them from being able to breathe. So either way, this is a moment in time where every moment is a moment to be grateful. We can spend all of our day just being in gratitude all the time. At the same time, there may or may not be at the back of your mind a little bit of guilt. Like that survivor guilt, right? So that's bullshit. I'm just going to say that right now. That's bullshit. Your journey is your journey. Someone else's journey is their journey. Your journey was not their journey. So there's no reason to have guilt about being healthy when others are not. The solution to guilt for being healthy when others are not is gratitude. What the what? Yes, again. And then future health. Yes, we know this. I am grateful for clear lungs. I am grateful for my body's ability to eliminate. Yes, this is real. Your body's ability to be able to let go of what no longer is serving it in your digestive tract is actually a really important function that when it doesn't happen on a regular basis, fully and completely, can cause a lot of health issues. So every time that you are able to eliminate, that is a moment to be grateful. Mm-hmm. I am grateful my body is in a continual state of wellness. That is our future gratitude, yes? So if we're going to be grateful for a thing to know, then we need to be grateful for a thing to know about our continued state of wellness and wholeness. So the stone that I chose today, oh man, I have to wait. Hold on, it's really important. I return. Okay. This was really important because I didn't want you to only see this. So this is today's stone. This is apophyllite. Don't you love it? I wore this yesterday, but I love this. It was really funny because when I was figuring out what stone to use for today, I was all like, oh man, apophyllite would be perfect here, except I already used it. And then I realized I hadn't. Oh, what? So this is also apophyllite. This is much larger, right? And then these are also apophyllite. All these little beautiful points are also apophyllite. These are ones that I put in stone kits. That's why I wanted you to see them, because they're smaller and yet mighty. So apophyllite's message for you is: perfection is my natural state of being. Yes. If you have been following me for a while, if you were watching me on Instagram last year, then you know that apophyllite was one of my 5 stones that I chose as the perfect stones for 2020. And I called them my top 5. So apophyllite was one, and there were 4 others, which I will mention at another time. However, today's stone, apophyllite, is a clarity of consciousness. Okay, this is what I want you to understand. If we're going to be grateful for health, health that we have, health that we are going to continue to have, excuse me, then we have to have a clear understanding, a clarity in our consciousness of what health means in our life. We are talking mind, body, spirit, emotional health. Yes? Yes. So all of our systems functioning, our emotions telling us, giving us a roadmap as to what the terrain is going on for us right now, right? What am I feeling? Why do you suppose I'm feeling that? Choose health and utilize all methods available to assist you in choosing what's best for your well-being. So this is like, okay, first of all, when you make a statement like perfection is my natural state of being, that pretty much encompasses everything. Yes. No matter what's going on, I am in perfect health. I am in perfect harmony with all that is around me. I am perfectly connected to the divine source within me. All things are perfect. It is part of who I am, as I am, being me in this world. Perfection is my natural state of being. You get to that place, right? And that is how you connect to that gratitude space, because you use this as your reminder. See, I'm wearing it. Obviously, I always think wearing it is, I'm covered in stones, right? So clearly, I think wearing stones is always a good thing, and everybody loves jewelry. However, as you saw, I also have a giant one. This one sits on my altar. I have small ones. These points are ones for other people, but I have small points all over my house. The point is, at all times, we want to continually be radiating this understanding of perfection, because anything that tells you otherwise is a lie. It's a lie that your mind is telling you. It is a lie that your consciousness is disconnected from. It's a lie to say that you are disconnected in any way, that there is dis-ease. So if you have that expression, then it is continually vital for us to remind ourselves that perfection is my natural state of being. So my suggestion about how to use this is everywhere, literally everywhere. You should have apophyllite all over. Get as many as you can afford. Those points run about an average of $12 to $15 a piece is what you'll probably find. So always purchase from a trusted resource when you're talking about stones. Yes. So it can be online or in person. It's just that you ought to trust that they actually know what they're talking about and that they are being mindful of this gift from the earth. So it doesn't have to be from me, but definitely purchase from others. It can be from me if you like. But it is important for you to understand that if you were going to be using these as an expression of what's going on for you, you need to make sure that you've made good choices about the resources that you are choosing from. And guess what? Apophyllite is the stone that helps you do that. Apophyllite literally is the stone that helps you make good choices about your well-being. So you definitely need to get you some apophyllite. And if you want some from me, hit me up. Drop a message something in the chat that says, I need me apophyllite. How can I get me some? Hit me up on Instagram. I'm Goddess of Joy everywhere you look. And if you have some, start using it. Okay? Yes. So I have one more thing I want to bring up because this is very relational to what we are talking about today. And it is doom scrolling. So for those that are not familiar with this phrase, doom scrolling is literally going through social media, going through on your Facebook feed, on your Twitter feed, on your, on not so much on Instagram, but definitely Facebook and Twitter, looking for bad news, searching, and now they have it, particularly on like Twitter, will tell you, here are all of the things that you can know about COVID today. And you can post that. And then the only thing that you see are posts repeat all over and over and over again about COVID, right? And so doom scrolling is literally looking for bad news, looking for the truth of what's really going on, right? If you're spending all of your time, effort, and energy on looking for the bad news, looking for proof that bad things are happening, you will find it. You will find it. What I want you to focus on, even if it's just for today, even if even if you can only make it through maybe 6 hours, go and only look for things that are good. Okay, even if it's under the same topic. In fact, I think this is one of the best lessons that you can do. The best gifts you can give yourself is to choose the same topic that you're usually looking for all the bad news and look only for good things around that. If COVID is like, if you're getting obsessive about looking up things about COVID and proving that people don't know what they're doing and proving the things and the things and the things, if that is what you spend your time doing, then my suggestion is going to be keep finding survivor and thriver stories of people recovering from COVID. Don't keep trying to prove that it's dangerous and that your fear is right. What I want you to do is to focus on survival. I want you to focus on people that have found their way back to health, have found their way back to thriving, have found their way back to their life post COVID. The person that comes to my mind is my friend and co-collaborator of my theme song, Let's Get Stoned, James E. Barmore Jr. He got it, and he is a singer. So I was so proud to watch him work his way through spiritually what must have been an extraordinarily fearful time for him, because it's something that cuts off your lungs, right? It's a disease of the lungs. It's a dis-ease of the lungs. So to have that as someone who is, that is what you do, that is who you are, this is the gift that you are bringing to the world, that has got to be an extraordinarily frightening experience if you let it. I have two friends whose voice is truly a gift to the world, that both contracted the coronavirus and COVID-19, the novel coronavirus, and have recovered and continue to recover and are finding their way to their understanding of thriving. So when you get all caught up, find the gratitude. Okay, that is all we have for today. We have another conversation tomorrow that I am looking forward to. If you are watching this live, then that means in a half an hour, we're going to be back here live for the Illimitable Living sessions. Anyway, it doesn't matter if you are or aren't. What matters is that I love you and I am grateful for you. And I want to remind you that you are illimitable. You are illimitable. Perfection is your natural state of being. So go out and create a life that rocks. See you tomorrow.